So testing out this action camera up at the Donut Falls trailhead in Big Cottonwood Canyon, and going to a place called Desolation Lake, about 4 miles in, 4 miles back. This is going to be a little bumpier than your typical action cam footage, probably, because I somehow left the little backpack clip at home. So this thing, for most of the day, is just going to be in my pocket, and we will see how that goes. But it should be okay. It's very robust little device, and I'll just use this. Pretty flowers. I'll just use this the way I would normally use the camera on my phone. See you in a bit. I'm about 100 feet up the trail here, but if I keep stopping film like this every 5 minutes, I'll be here all day and probably all night. But it's just so gorgeous. Such a perfect June day in the Wasatch Mountains, and walk and film a little bit. See if I can turn this around productively. There we go. So I'm extremely equipped. Probably over-equipped, but whatever. I train with a heavy backpack, so I can just lug my big camera and all the, supplies and gear that are honestly wise when you're going into nature. So, super loaded up for sun, particularly. I take that extremely seriously. But, what was I going to say? It's hard to think and talk and climb at the same time. So I have a big old camera here, an Olympus Mark III with a gigantic lens on it. Fortunately, not that heavy. Maybe 3 or 4 pounds total, which makes it excellent for hauling up into the mountains. And so I know this is a Sasquatch-themed enterprise that I consider mostly fun. I mean, certainly I've heard accounts of many people who take it extremely seriously. I don't know, and I have no actual experience. It's just something I enjoy. I'm going to rotate this for a moment. Wow. Oh, it's just too good. Anywho, Sasquatch here, I don't know, you look at the databases that are around, and ain't much in Utah, at least in this part. But no reason to have the big camera. What does live here that is equally massive and probably more terrifying is moose. If you dig into Sasquatch lore, you don't get a whole ton of things where people were actually harmed by a alleged Sasquatch creature. Not so for moose. And you have to show them a lot of respect and distance. But also, they're absolutely incredible, which is why I brought my big camera to hopefully get some more shots of them. We'll check in a little bit. So this is a neat little spot on this trail up to Dog Lake and Desolation Lake. Just fantastic views. I was up here a little bit ago and took some videos with my phone. Although it is disturbing, this creek is dry. I was here in July last year and it was rushing. Although I think it may have just rained then, but still a fantastic day. Okay, so we've got Desolation Lake to the left, 0.6, Dog Lake to the right, 1.9. I'm going for Dog Lake. These two trails meet up here and go back down to the road. Utterly gorgeous day, just phenomenal. Went up here on a group hike last Monday. Still pretty tough, honestly, but I'm gonna take the long route today. Just film as I walk a little bit here before it gets too tough. It's just totally fantastic spring day up here. Oh, excuse me. Some people around, fair number. Although, it's interesting to think about, and within an hour of the trailhead, there's about 1 million people, and it's sort of astounding how few of them actually take advantage of this. Also, it's kind of nice because it's not super crowded And it's not very expensive either. And the amount of taxation that goes into maintaining this, such as it is being maintained at the moment, is incredibly small. Phenomenal investment of everybody's resources keeping these places just the way they are. I'd forgotten about this viewpoint. This view across the canyon, or part of the canyon here. Assuming the road's down there. Don't actually know. So stunning. Perfect day, sun, very green, birds chirping all over the place. It is concerningly dry, but still astounding. This isn't even a long hike I'm doing today. I'll walk and talk a little bit. It's not a super strenuous part of the trail. So I'm probably going to hit around 8 miles and 2,000 feet of elevation change today, going up to this place called Desolation Lake in Big Cottonwood Canyon. That's a decent day. My longest and hardest for sure ever were my trips on the peak called the Pfeiffer Horn last summer. It's one canyon over Little Cottonwood. I got some trail runners coming, but yeah, that was 13 miles and about 3,500 feet. Hello, trail runners. How are you?
Doing well.
You may make a brief YouTube cameo. Have a good day.
Take care.
Bye. Now the key with trail runners, make sure you approach them head on. If you spook them, they can become very dangerous. They can smell you several miles away as well. And once again, I have the trail to myself. I'll stop talking for 20 seconds or so. Oh. Hello. That is a pretty incomprehensible level of cardio. I do not know how people do that. I guess I don't train it really. I train weightlifting and rucking, which is basically this. Rucking is walking with a heavy pack. Tried trail running once, immediately twisted my ankle. So, for the moment anyway, I do this. Here's something we can do. Going to observe my phone screen while the Merlin app works. I'm super impressed this works without cell service. Let's try this again. Already got lazuli bunting, orange-crowned warbler, hermit thrush, and western warbling vireo. Let's just show you how this works. Such a great app. Still going. Ruby-crowned kinglet, very cool. You get these beautiful spectrograms at the top as well. That's current pattern is probably me talking. Orange-crowned warbler. This is so amazing. What a fantastic tool. Yeah, it's the Merlin app made by the Cornell Bird Lab in New York. Stop that for a minute. Okay. Onward, past the hermit thrush. Great view up here, too. Should be a good spot to film along this meadow here, one of the flatter parts of the trail. I think it's going to get real tough again, but still a little bit of snow up here. Not too much. Extremely problematically light snow here in the west. Water situation and the fire situation could get quite interesting. Oh, there goes a bird. But at least for now, stunning spring day. I'll just stop talking for a bit. Let's take a look at these clouds, I guess. Doesn't look like anything really, though. Keep going. Try this again. I think we got a hermit thrush again, but let's see. So impressed that that bird app works with no cell service. Really something else. Let's try it again. Hermit thrush. Beautiful. Ruby-crowned kinglet has appeared. Yellow-rumped warbler. Oh, that's so cool. I don't see any of them, but this software is picking them up. And I'm incredibly impressed this works without internet. I wonder if it has the whole library in there or something, I don't know. Anyway, fabulous Merlin app. So I've been a little concerned about weather today. Possibility of thunderstorms building up, and looks a bit like it on the horizon, but I can't get into my weather radar because I don't have cell service, but I think I'm in the clear because I watched that notch in the clouds, picked a tree as a reference point, and I determined, I think that they're not moving toward me. I watched them move a little bit and they're not moving toward me. Also, I think I can see out of the canyon and across the valley, so it gives me a reference point. Here's some people coming. But yeah, the cloud is moved and not toward me. Still some snow up here, which is, even though it's an incredibly low snow year, it's still pretty amazing. It's June. I mean, coming from the East Coast, that is really something spectacular. Even in an off year. Should be over the lake. Just around a curve or two here. It's a very pretty lake, although I would say not the prettiest of our alpine lakes. Those are higher in Big and Little Cottonwood Canyons. Let's go, let's go over this rise here and see what happens. Could loop around the other way too, but I want to see this. Here's a Uinta ground squirrel. Doesn't seem too afraid of me. People probably feed them. Had on summits here, I've had them, I don't know if they were squirrels or chipmunks, but had them walk right up to me and try to take my food. Try to get into my backpack with me sitting there. Very bold, very tame. People should not be feeding them, but they probably do. You know, I get it, they're cute, but don't want to condition them to people. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, that was something else. Landed right on my camera. I have no freaking idea what I fell on. What did I fall on? I'm completely fine. Another reason to lift weights, makes your bones strong. But, oh, my fall detection thing's going off. No, I'm okay. Get out of here. Cancel, SOS. Yes, come on. Wow. Well, hang on a minute. Let's see if my camera still works. Landed right on it. God's sakes. Okay. Ugh. Dusty. Probably fine. Let's see. Yep. Autofocusing and image stabilizing like a champ. Things are built like tanks. Nothing bad to say about Olympus cameras. They're pretty dope, and they sure take a beating. Oh. Okay, that's gonna look so weird on video. Probably getting some decent wind noise here. It's actually kind of chilly with the wind and sun behind some clouds. There's one other person up here. But, probably gonna head back down shortly. Had my snack and seemed to be okay. My camera seems to be okay. Toe hurts. I don't know. Not sure what I did to it really, but it doesn't seem to be broken or anything. Or at least not enough that I can't walk. So anyway, take another view of the lake here. Still some snow over at the other end. Here's this guy. And what time is it? Let's see. Is well, that doesn't show up. That's interesting. 2:51. I've been at it for 2 hours and 8 minutes. 4.37 miles. 2,038 feet gained. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I want to have the rest of my day back in the city, so I think I'm gonna head out. Fun thing about hiking is, to some extent, you get to experience a whole different hike on the way down, see everything from a different angle. This is certainly no exception. Flip this guy around a bit here. Well, kind of in shadow, not a great shot. But yeah, this little camera's working out great. I have to figure out if there's a zoom function. But next time, I will bring my backpack clip so I don't eat shit again. I think I tripped over a rock. It's just not paying attention, as usual. My toe seems to be calming down. It still hurts a bit, but I don't think I broke it. Anyway, I can walk on it. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a bruise there at some point, though. Oh well, life happens. Gotta get out and do stuff, and occasionally getting banged up is part of it, so onward. Now these are some interesting marks. I do wonder if a bear did this. Of course it could be people, knives too. These things have letters and such carved in them. Really wish people wouldn't do that. I did see one from like 1929 though, which was fascinating. Not that people should do that. This trail is so gorgeous. Looks like mixed forest here, aspen and pine. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Got a nice breeze. Sunny but not too hot. Really cannot complain. So, excuse me. Legit question why I'm doing these to post on my music Instagram and my music YouTube channel. And the answer is outdoors, nature, the beauty and power of it all is one of my big inspirations for music. It's why my music project is loosely Sasquatch themed, Uptown Sasquatch, and I don't know what it exactly that figure, some people think it's more than a figure, embodies for me, but certainly just the beauty and power and mystery of nature. And I think that my music reflects that. I try to make it as organic as possible, even though there's a lot of technology involved. And I try to, it has a sort of, I hope it has a sort of natural warmth to it, even when it's creepy. And that's a feature that I hope it's drawing from 60s and 70s artists like Hendrix and Zeppelin, and more recently I would say Porcupine Tree does a Porcupine Tree / Steven Wilson do a fantastic job with that, making music that can be very dark but is very rich and beautiful regardless. Certainly my aspiration, and if I've Robin on the trail, cool. See if I met that, you'll have to check out my music, which should be at the same place as you're watching this. Of course, my other inspiration for doing this, both in just wilderness videography terms and also, of course, Sasquatch terms, is Survivor Man. Les Stroud has a amazing series on just wilderness survival, which I know basically nothing about, but he has this great Bigfoot series that is based on trying to explain his own experiences much further out than I currently am, doing things I maybe do in 15 years once I develop a much greater skill set. But yeah, absolutely highly recommended Les Stroud, Survivor Man, especially Survivor Man Bigfoot. It's just fascinating. Here's some people. I'm gonna stop talking about Bigfoot. More thinking about, well, more to say, I should say, about Les Stroud and Survivor Man, how that influences me doing this and music. Actually, he's a musician as well, and both in his filmmaking, which I'm very familiar with, and his music, which I've at least glanced at, he is, whatever he's talking about, it's shot through with his love for the natural world and his advocacy for the natural world, which I share and admire. And yeah, as far as Bigfoot goes, I have no freaking idea. I have no freaking idea. It's true, there's no, research grade scientific evidence, but the stories keep coming. And can people misperceive things, lie about things? Absolutely, but I want to believe. At the end of the day, even if there is no such thing, hell of a lot of fun. And that's my ultimate goal in music as well, is make something that is cool and has a purpose to it in terms of expressing beauty and power and mystery, primarily of nature. And it's just fun. And I think that is, I'm happy with that as a goal. How's it going? Good, thank you. Might have a slight YouTube cameo. made it back to the car. I still have my hoodie up because my hair looks ridiculous under it. Running to get a cut soon. But great hike. Enjoyed filming a ton. I don't think I broke my toe. And here's some final details for you. 4 hours and 1 minute and 36 seconds. Just do that again when the motorcycles go by. 4 hours, 1 minute, 36 seconds, 9.01 miles. Pretty happy with that. And 2,198 feet of elevation. 0 Bigfoot sightings and loss of possibly 1 toe. Well, we'll see. I don't think so. Anyway, thanks for watching.